So welcome if you are joining us Facebook Live. We have begun ceremony in the Zoom room for our Earth Speaks ceremony. And just see, expanding, there we go. All right. So we are the container in the Zoom room for holding space for ceremony. The Earth Speaks is a weekly ceremony that we offer as offering both to the Earth herself and more pointedly towards any areas or places that need extra attention. And the theme today that Divine Mother has been guiding me towards is divine love and really anchoring us each in our hearts. And often love can be, there's such a cliche in talking about love, talking about like, true love conquers all. I have true love conquers all as a tattoo, and I defend it adamantly. And the main piece being true love. So truth is love at its deepest heart. And it actually requires incredible courage to turn always to love, to explore the depths of love. That includes love towards self and love towards other. And the message of the Mother over and over is that we are one with all that is, we are whole, and all is sacred. And the truth is that we don't exist in a living reality of that truth. This plays out in the way that we treat ourselves, disowning parts of ourselves for fear that they are, or belief that they are not sacred, that they are not a part of our holiness. And it certainly plays out in the way that we treat each other and the way that we treat the earth. So we are dedicating this ceremony to, in particular, those communities of color that are feeling the burden of humanity not living in this truth. And on the larger scale, we dedicate it to the earth, our mother that holds this truth. And I invite you to all step into this space with us that we may align with the truth of our hearts and allow our love to live us. Allow our love to live us. That's what just came out. And what a beautiful accident that was. My father said to me, love is action. So let's step and surrender fully into the heart, fully into divine love, and let that love direct our actions. So beginning by breathing into the heart. Welcome, Andrea. Welcome, Nathaniel, Miranda, Brooklyn. Thank you for joining. Breathing into the heart. It is the heart that is the seat of truth. The mind thinks it knows. The heart knows. The heart knows from an experiential level. And this is wisdom. This is what it is to be the living truth, is to live from the heart. So breathe actively into the heart. Breathe because you can breathe. Pneuma, prana, is known and believed to be the spirit of life itself. So breathe into the heart. Claiming your breath. Loving your breath. Inviting the breath to open the heart. And as you breathe into this heart space, beginning to notice the heart, beginning to notice all that comes up when you simply turn your attention to the heart. What do you notice? What do you feel? What thoughts come up, or what mental chatter as you breathe into the heart? There's often so much resistance between resistance for this simple act of dropping into heart space, heart knowing. So just notice what comes up. And just invite it to step aside. And turning again your attention to the heart. The heart is your mantra. And so for those of you that have used a mantra meditation, thoughts may arise, distractions may arise. And you can notice those thoughts. And when you do, simply invite your attention back to the heart. What is it for your presence to be like the sun and your heart a flower, so that with your attention, the heart begins to open? So delicate. Just like a flower opening its petals to receive the warmth of your presence, the warmth of your presence that is the essence of you, that is the essence, that pure being. Breathe into the heart. And as we step more deeply into ceremony, I invite you to continue to direct your attention into this heart space. I invite you throughout your life to continue to invite yourself to drop into heart space. And I'll begin the invocation. And I call to the names of all divine beings, and regardless of your belief, we are calling to archetypal energies. We are calling to ourselves. We're calling to the truth of self, however that presents for you. But it has been represented beautifully across the world's traditions of spirituality. And so I call to you, Almighty Mother, Father, God, in all your many aspects. I call to the Divine Mother in all the traditions of truth. I call to you, Mary, Mary Magdalene, the divine presence of Lilith and Eve. I call to you, Isis, Sekhmet, Maat, Bast, Nephthys. I invite you into our circle, into this ceremony. Athena, Aphrodite, Artemis, Hera, Hebe, Hecate, Demeter, Persephone. We invite you, we call you forward into this ceremony. I call to you, Oshun, Yemaya, Oya. I invite you forward. I invite Grandmother Spider, White Buffalo Catwoman, and all the incredible indigenous feminine principles. I invite you into the circle. We honor you. I call to Parvati, Saraswati, Lakshmi, Durga, Kali, Deva. I invite you forward into the circle. I invite you to become known, to become present within our own systems, within our own bodies. I call to Kuan Yin, Para of the four forms, Amaterasu. I invite forward the Morrigan, Caradwen, Rhiannon. I call to you, I call to you, we call to you. Inviting them to step forward within you, inviting them to step into you, inviting them to come forward in the heart, calling them forward into the heart center, that their divine presence may be known through you. And I call to Gaia, Mother Earth. I call to Prakriti, Mother Nature. I call to Pachamama. I call and invite all representations of our great Earth Mother across time, across tradition, across those with no tradition. I call to the earth. I call to the earth. I call to the earth. And we dedicate this healing ceremony to you, that we may open to the truths of our interconnectedness with all beings. We ask that this be a living truth. Let us be a living truth. Let us be a living truth of the oneness of all beings. Let this truth, aligned and filled with love, move us to action, that we may build a world around our interconnectedness, one filled with the sacredness of love, one filled with the sacredness of love. Breathe into the heart. Breathe and call forth this love. Breathe and call forth this love. And I call to the sacred masculine in its many forms to stand as guardian, to stand as witness, to stand as protector throughout this ceremony. Lord Shiva, Lord Ganesh, Lord Ram, I call to you, I invite you, Hanuman and Vishnu and Brahm. I call to Jesus Christ and the Holy Tradition. I call to you, Moses, Abraham, the divine presence of Muhammad. I call to Lord Buddha and Lao Tzu. I call to Carnunis, the green man, Lord Ra, and Horus. I invite you forward. I call to the archangels, Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Mentiel, Chamiel, Jophiel, Metatron, all of the archangels to stand as guardians, protectors. And we know that a sacred sphere of holy sacred light is being placed around each of us here in the ceremonial room, as well as all those who join us through this broadcast in the present or in the future. Sphere of holy sacred light in which only the energies transmitting divine truth may enter. I ask Archangel Michael to stand to the north of the sphere, to the south, to the east, to the west, above us and below us, that we may be completely protected throughout this ceremony. We know that the loving, liquid, golden, healing substance of divine love is flowing into each of us throughout this ceremony, and is flowing into our communities of color, is flowing into this revolution, is flowing from and back into the earth herself for the good of all, for the greatest good of all, for the purpose of awakening, for the purpose of awakening to life, to being love. Thank you, Divine Mother, and so it is. May we all be connected to your great wisdom throughout this ceremony. So may it be. Ansue Roshwantinamwaya Don radio Zumbranduraya Shonteya Reina Zorumwaya Zondueya Dundurei. Soften in the heart. Soften simply means to let your attention go to that area and then let go. Expand. Relax. And as you soften in the heart, just noticing where there may yet be tension. Notice where there may yet be wounding. Restriction. Resistance to love. Notice. And take some deep breaths. And soften in the throat. Inviting the heart and the throat to let go together, softening in the throat so that we may voice love, so that we may voice our truth. Do not underestimate the power of love spoken. Softening in the throat again. Softening in the third eye, that which sees. We invite the third eye to soften and see truth. And so we say, as we breathe into the third eye, as we invite the third eye to begin to expand, we say to those facades, those shadows, those distortions that prevent us from seeing truth, we say to them, break and let go. Break and let go. Break, break, break. Let go, let go, let go. Activating with breath, moving your body, physicalizing this release as we invite this shadow, the lens of untruth, the lens of perception that distorts the truth of love. Go, break, let go, break, let go, break, let go, break, 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 let go, break, let go. 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 Let go. Shatter, shattering with truth. Shattering with truth. That which wants us to stay in untruth. Shattering the lens with truth. Truth goes off like a firework of light. So exploding fireworks of light, the light of truth in the third eye. And we can direct this shift with our imagination. So you can use your imagination to tell your system what to do. This is what directs the mind. And if you don't hold a belief around energy, we are speaking to your unconscious mind. We can use our imagination to affect our mind and our internal system, regardless of spiritual belief. So using that powerful tool to explode truth bombs in our own brain, explosions of light. And truth always comes in the name of love. Divine truth is love, exploding love in the mind, exploding love in the mind, allowing more truth to open through the third eye, through the fields of perception. We invite in more truth. We open to receive more truth, inwardly saying, I give permission for truth to awaken in my third eye. I give permission for truth to awaken in my third eye. I give permission for the light of truth to live in me. I give permission for the light of truth to live in me. Soften at the root, the base of the torso, the perineum, soften at the root. Inviting the root to open. The root connects to our sense of survival. Often in our fear for our own survival, whether actual or metaphorical, we clench the root. And whenever there is contraction, there is a diminishment of the perception of truth. Whenever there is a contraction, there is a diminishment of the perception of truth. So inviting the root to open, to perceive truth. And as the root begins to open, allowing, inviting, imagining the root, perceiving our great Mother Earth. And if you are seated, perhaps sitting in such a way that the root is actually making contact with the earth in some way, even through the chair, if you are sitting upon one, or if you are on the ground, even through the foundation of the building you are in, she presses up to meet you. Our ever compassionate mother presses up. And just feeling for a moment the opening at the root, inviting it to open. Don't force it, just inviting it to open. And sending a thread of light down to burrow into the earth. This root, taking root, taking nutrients. You see, the earth holds the felt knowledge of our interconnectedness with all beings. The earth holds the knowledge of both creation and destruction, for she loves her creation so deeply, she is willing to destroy it when necessary to serve life. Such is the love of the mother. Open, inviting yourself to open. This is one of the great mysteries, the interconnectedness of life and death, and that both are love. Both are love. Rigorous love. Indefeatable love. Feel yourself rooted. Feel yourself. Feel yourself. And I now address the blockages to perception of the true self. The time has come to let go. The time has come to transform. The time has come to decompose and to recompose. The time has come to break, break, break. And when we say these commands, because these are strong commands, we're saying them from the source of union with all that is. We are saying them from the heart of the mother. We are saying them in love. Break. And with authority. Break. So speaking to yourself, I now address my lens. I now address my, what is the word that you want, mother? I now address my illusions, my delusions around the truth of who I am. Let go. It is time to let go. Give permission to let go. Break. Breaking these delusions. Break. I am willing to know truth, saying that internally, and scanning your system, so noticing where there may be Holding, noticing where there may be resistance, noticing where the mind may be talking back to you, noticing if you are getting distracted. And that is the energy that we are releasing. Noticing if there's any pain or discomfort in the physical body, and allowing that to guide you as we break, 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 and give permission to let go. Give permission to let go. I am willing and able to know truth. I am willing and able to perceive the truth. I am willing and able to be the living truth. Break, let go, break. Moving the body, awakening the body. Break, cracking open. Wherever you feel the density, cracking open. Break, 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 go, break, break. Shatter, shatter. All across the crown, soften. Soften at the base of the skull. This is one of the gateways of Shakti, of life force. Soften at the base of the skull. And the third eye. Shouldn't say ruins was soften behind the eyes. The nectar of Divine Mother's love is pouring into the eyes, the third eye and the physical eyes. The nectar of love is smoothing and soothing our doors of perception, saturating us with nectar, holding us, nurturing us, feeding us with this essence of love. The nectar of the mother is loving us now. is loving the eyes, is loving the doors of perception, softening the doors of perception. I am the Divine Mother, and I come in the name of divine truth. I come in the name of wholeness. I come in the name of the oneness, the great one, which you are. So often we close our doors of perception because of pain. We fear the pain in the world, and so we close ourselves to it. I am teaching you to open the doors of perception. I am teaching you to allow the doors themselves to stand in truth, to claim the great seeing of truth. This is your birthright, to see in truth, to see the world through truth. When we fear, when we recoil from pain, we shut down the heart. This is a natural impulse to protect. But in shutting the heart down, we close ourselves to the deepest truth. For love is what is true, that we are love. We are made of love. We were born of love. That all of life all of creation is an act of worship to the pure being of love. And pain is an opportunity to open us more deeply to that truth. But we cannot close down. We cannot numb, shut down, turn away. And we cannot be consumed by pain, for this moves us into suffering. I am the mother. Let me teach you how to stand in truth. Let me teach you how to stand with heart wide open. Let me teach you how to bleed and bleed and bleed and still stand with heart wide open. Let me teach you the power of love. Let me teach you the truth. Let love lead you. What is the action you are called to when you feel pain? Let that action be in the name of truth. Let that action be in the name of love. Allow more love. Breathe into the heart and allow more love. Allow more love. Breathe into the heart. Breathe into the heart. Breathe into the heart. And inviting the heart to continue to expand, turning our attention once again to the root. Thank you, Mother, for your message. Drawing up through the roots. Rising rooted. And softening in the pelvis, the pelvic bowl. Inviting these roots that carry the threads, the transmission of true love into the pelvic area. Softening in the pelvis. Receiving the nutrients of infinite compassion from the earth. Inviting more life to move into the pelvis. The pelvis is the seat of our sexual energy, and the surprise is that all energy is sexual, but not in the genitally focused, in the sense that all energy is creative. Life force is ecstatic. To be fully alive is an experience of ecstasy. And when we act from our oneness with all beings, let us seek to claim the truth of life as ecstasy for all beings. Let us seek to claim the truth that life is ecstasy for all beings. Justice is the action of truth. Justice is the protector of the light. What is it to be just? Breathe. We are each being invited to step into the role of the protector of the truth, the protector of the good, the protector of infinite love, the protector of life as ecstasy. What is it to be just? It begins with the self. It must begin inside the self if we are to allow these structures to change, if we are to be catalyzers of change. And this is not just for Divine Mother wants to acknowledge that there is a need for self as protector, for the recalibration of justice across all areas of human life. But it begins with the self. What is it to be just? What is it to be a protector of the good? What is it? What is the good? What is the good? What is the good? Mm. It is the challenge for humanity to awaken, to remember the deep and essential truth of our oneness with all beings, that we ourselves are divine, sacred beings, and that the truth of that being is love, is infinite love. This is the truth, is infinite love. The truth is the good. But beware of the assumption of the bad. For the bad itself is an illusion. However, it is meant to wake you up to the truth. For the longer that we live in denial of the truth of who we are, this infinite source of love, of the ecstatic life, of our divine nature, denial of that truth is the point of suffering, both on the individual and the social and the global level. Denial of truth causes suffering. And the suffering is there to call presence, to call a need, to call life force, to awaken, to shift, to heal, to come into alignment. It is for you. And this is why it is so important to not numb the pain, to not turn away from pain, but to look at it from the point of truth. Breathe into the heart. Breathe into the whole belly. Relax the belly, softening in the solar plexus and the pelvis together. The belly, this vulnerable area of the animal body, softening into the belly. What is it to meet pain with this softness? You are an infinite being living in a physical form. The truth of your essence is infinity. The whole world is asking you to align with truth. The denial of truth is choking humanity. Rake. Taking some deep breaths. Into the heart. Let go into love. Be courageous. Breathe into the heart. And let go into love. Soften in the whole chest area. Taking some active breaths, breathing into the very center of the heart and saying within the center of the heart, I call forth divine love. I call forth my infinite source of love. I call forth my infinite source of love. Tapping on the heart, moving the chest in whatever way brings life into this entire heart area. Taking active breaths, I call to the infinite source of love. I invite the infinite source of love into the heart now. I invite the infinite source of love into the heart now. I invite the infinite source of love into the heart now. Into the heart, breathing deep, going even deeper into the heart, going even deeper into this seat of self, going deeper still. Softening, expanding, and letting go. Feeling, inviting, sensing, imagining that the heart energy is filling with light, is filling with this thick nectar, this golden nectar that is the love of creation, drawing it forward, drawing it forward. And if this feels challenging, thinking of someone real that you love with the fullness of your heart, drawing them into the heart, drawing them into the heart, drawing them and allowing them to call forth love in you, calling forth love. I call to love, calling to love. I call to the divine presence of love. I call to love. Let me be love. Let me be an infinite source of love. Let my actions be led in love. Let my love be aligned with the deepest truth. Let my love allow me to be courageous. Let my love lead me into connection. Let my love be, drawing it up and out. And once it fills the chest area, inviting it to pour, emanating from the core of your heart, bubbling out like this thick honey, this incredible soma, this sacred liquid, this nectar now filling your whole physical body. More love, breathing more love into your system. The love in the heart is infinite. There is no end. So inviting that love to continue to pour out, to fill your whole physical body, filling your entire system. If you notice there's any holding, any restriction or pain in your system, calling love into that part of you now. Calling love into the part of holding, dissolving in this love. And from the physical body, we now invite that love to fill our entire vibrational field. So now feeling, sensing, knowing it as this tangible, thick substance of love surrounding you, holding you in a sphere of love, liquid love, palpitating, pulsing with love. Allowing more love, using your breath, taking some deep breaths, letting your breath guide you into deeper experiences of love. Breath as life, activating more love in your system, breathing more love, drawing it from the very center of your heart. This is the seat of power, this alignment with love as truth, drawing it up and around you so you are held, vibrating in love, seeing how much you can expand, feeling it now soak into the earth, dropping into the earth, feeding the earth, offering her with tremendous gratitude. Our sweet, good Mother Earth, the bringer of all life, we offer you this love. We offer you this love, knowing that you are the keeper of transformation. We offer you this love. We offer you this love, that it may feed you, that you may utilize it to support, hold, and feed all those doing your just work, all those protectors. Sending the love into the earth, continuing to hold yourself in this sphere of love. And as you hold yourself, you are then more able to offer love, loving aid to all that might be in need. And so we send that loving aid through the earth, being specific where you want it to be offered, sensing, feeling, knowing it rising up through the earth into the land, into the places that need this support. Where is your heart? Where is your pain? Where do you feel the pain of others? And at that point of contact, offering love, more love. Soften in the crown. Soften at the root. Soy Sonorei adorei Dorei Let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go. Allow grace. Divine Mother's grace is moving into each of us now. Grace is opening in each of us, allowing more grace to flow. The ineffable presence of grace is softening our systems, allowing us to receive more grace. Our lives are now lifting, opening in grace. We are living and being in divine grace. Under Divine Mother's most perfect ways, more grace. More grace. Thank you. Thank you, Divine Mother, and so it is. So we are going to begin to move ourselves into activity. For those who have been on this full journey of ceremony of healing. So beginning with moving the body, stretching, beginning to explore what it is to open the eyes, taking our time. We are living, moving, and being in wholeness of divine love, under grace, in perfect ways. We are living, moving, being, and doing in divine love, under grace, in perfect ways. We are now lovingly moving, being, healing, doing in wholeness of divine love, under grace, in perfect ways. And as we rise into activity, we're going to do some closing affirmations. It's very important when we do expansive spiritual work that we take time to ground, to draw our energy back in, and to anchor ourselves in the present and waking moment. So, closing affirmation, reaching the hands out in front, crossing at the wrists, clasping the hands, drawing it up to the heart. Lisa, love you too. Thank you for joining us. Andrea says she saw bees all around. Oh, for real, beautiful, beautiful. You're so welcome. Crossing at the ankles. As we close, finding a point to focus on. And we'll say out loud, I am alert, I am awake, I am inwardly and outwardly balanced, I am divinely protected by the light of my being. Say that one more time, I'll go a little slower. I am alert, I am awake, I am inwardly and outwardly balanced, and I am divinely protected by the light of my being. And then releasing the cross of both the hands and the ankles, fingertips together as if you're holding an invisible ball, and bringing that down to the pelvis. And from the imagining a line of light throughout your system, extending out through the crown of your head, extending into the heavens, and down, reaching its way out through the root, connecting you to the very molten center of the earth. Fingertips together, we'll say out loud, I am aligned with truth. I am whole. And imagining, sensing, knowing, and feeling your vibrational field around you, emanating from your center, radiant with light, sparkling with light, the sphere of electric, protective, holding container of your vibrational field, sparkling with light, taking a moment to really build that in, using your breath to draw it in. I like to use my breath like I'm sucking a straw to pull that energy in closer to my system. Drawing it in. Beautiful. We ask that all doors, openings, holes, gateways, portals that are open to any limited plane, planet, domain, or dimension in our energy field is closed and sealed. So really sensing, feeling, knowing that your entire vibrational field is sealed all around you. This is for your spiritual autonomy, claiming your energy field, claiming your body for your divine self, sacred self. Beautiful, thank you. And we now offer our heartfelt thanks to Divine Mother and all divine beings that lent their energy and attention to this healing ceremony. We offer this healing work to all those that need it most at this time. And we ask humbly that we may each come to know how to serve love, to perceive the truth. Let our lives be guided with the truth of love, and let that love lead us to the just right action to bring powerful peace and thriving to all beings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us via Facebook Live. We offer these Earth Speaks ceremonies weekly. We have a Zoom room that we begin and close within, where we're continually fostering community and also exploring how to be actors of love and the sacred in the world today. So you are invited to join us in that space if you want to dive in a little bit more with the physical community. And if not, I'm so grateful that you join us here. Thank you for your presence, your attention, and your love. And we'll see you next week.